Okay, this one habit will keep you poor. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Tim Tanzel, and I'm coming to you here from beautiful South Padre Island. And I wanted to just talk about a subject today, but before I get started, I would ask you to hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a video. Okay, let's get into this one. This one habit will keep you poor. And guess what that habit is? It's called lifestyle creep. It's whenever something happens for you, like at work, you get a raise, or you come into any windfall of any sort, your lifestyle just kind of creeps right up to whatever that new income or whatever that windfall that you have, it just creeps right up into that. Let's kind of use an example here. Let's say that you have a certain income and on your job, your income is increased by $1,000 a month or $12,000 a year, okay? What normally happens to many people is that their lifestyle just creeps right up to that new $12,000 more that they're making per year. It just creeps right up to that higher amount. The problem here is that you find that you're struggling when, let's just use an arbitrary number here. Let's say that you're earning $50,000 a year. When you get to that $12,000 more, $62,000 a year, you look up and you're right back where you started. You're struggling again because your lifestyle just creeps right up. What may happen is once you get that raise or something happens at work, you look at the car that you're driving and you're like, man, I'm making more money. I can buy this new car. So that new car is costing you on average $700 to $1,000 a month. You know, some people have these $1,000 a month car payments. I always say that's absolutely crazy, but Americans are doing that. So if you do something like that, bam, that $1,000 extra every single month is already gone. In fact, I was looking at some statistics right before I started this video, and it's 65% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And about 60% of Americans have no wiggle room in their budget. They're basically broke, don't have savings. And then the one that's really, really telling is amongst people who are earning $100,000 a year or more, there's still 60% of those people living paycheck to paycheck. Come on now, if you're earning $100,000 a year or more, first, congratulations. You're in a category that's a really good category. That's a good income. Even if that's a two-income household, still $100,000 is a good place to get to as far as income. But many people at that $100,000 a year plus, 60% or so, are paycheck to paycheck. How does that happen? Again, what happens is this lifestyle creep, where what they're getting, the cars that they're driving, maybe the home that they live in, maybe the activities that they're participating in, going out to eat 2, 3, 4 times a week. And so their lifestyle, when before, maybe they were only going out to eat once a month. Maybe before they had an affordable car. Or maybe before they were living in an affordable home. But as that income increased, they just upped the lifestyle to match it. And so they get all the way to the edge or to the top of their income when they actually progress and get up there and get to 6 figures, $100,000 plus per year. So let's kind of go through this. What should you do with your income to prevent this lifestyle creep and some of the things that you should do? Now, we're going to go back over some of the basics that I talk about in these videos. The first thing that I always recommend is to have a starter emergency fund. At least $2,000, I think, is comfortable for you to have that starter emergency fund. Then you want to go from there and take advantage of a company match if you have that on your job in something like a 401k. Then the next step I would take is to get rid of all consumer debt. Things like credit cards, furniture payments, anything like that, I would get rid of. And then from there, get a 3 to 6 month emergency fund, okay? And then after that, you often can look at building wealth, starting to invest in something like index funds. I really recommend those paper assets because index funds are an incredible way to be diversified and to be able to take advantage of building wealth for the future. And I would recommend as an aspirational goal to get 25% of your gross income into actually saving and investing for your future. Really, I would call it investing for your future, whether that be retirement or getting to a point to where you can pursue any endeavor that you want to next in your life so that you get control of your life in general. So those are kind of the steps. So what do you want to do with your income, okay? You want to go through those steps and get yourself in a good financial space. And then when your income increases, you don't want to just stay where you were at. Let's say that you're able to get to that aspirational goal to where now you're saving 25% of your gross income. And like in that example, you get a $1,000 a month raise to where you're making $12,000 extra dollars per year. Well, you want to take that $1,000 a month and make sure that you're upping whatever you were saving previously. Like let's say that you were making $100,000 a year. So you're saving $25,000 a year. Well, when your income goes up to $112,000 a year, you want to take that extra $1,000 per month and take 25% of that and invest that for your future. So you want to take another $250 per month and go ahead and invest that in your future. So if you're earning $100,000, you're going to do $25,000 a year that you're investing, plus that extra $1,000 now. If you get a raise at work, you want to take 25% out of that as well, or $250 more per month, okay? And you want to keep doing that just as your income increases. Or let's say that you get something, a bonus or something like that. As that bonus comes in, you want to go ahead and be investing 25%, paying yourself first, and then the other 75% you may be able to do other things with. That way lifestyle creep doesn't come in and rob you from actually building wealth for yourself, okay? This is a big one. Don't let lifestyle creep get you. And again, make sure that you get the fundamentals under your belt. $2,000 saved in a starter emergency fund. Taking advantage of your company match if you have one at work. Getting rid of consumer debts. Getting that 3 to 6 month emergency fund in place. All of that's foundational. And then starting to save and invest with the aspirational goal of getting up to that 25% of your gross income. Then again, once you have that foundation, once you're saving 25% of your gross income, from there, you certainly can kind of increase your lifestyle. Maybe if you get a nicer car, then you certainly can do that with the extra. The only thing I would add in there is I would really recommend buying cars cash. Buy quality used cars and then work your way up to having something else. I'll throw one more thing in here while we're talking about these things. We're in a challenging period now. We're at a point to where presently, as I record this video, our president here in the United States has had 100 days in his term, and he has been implementing quite a few tariffs. There's been other challenges in our economy, like there's a government organization now called the DOGE organization, where quite a few government jobs have been eliminated. So there's these things happening in our economy that's making it a tougher economy. People are losing jobs. Consumer confidence is at a very, very low point now. I say all of those things to say that we're in an environment that could be very, very challenging over the next months and even years. So you want to put yourself in a position to where you can absorb the punch of the economy, particularly if we do head into a recession. Which, if you were to twist my arm and ask me, are we going to have a recession or not, I'll tell you yes. It looks like we're headed into a recession. Be ready for that. Be ready by having that foundation. And then, given that you are in a situation to where you have a good job or a good income, get the foundations done that we were talking about, and then work towards the aspirational goal of saving 25% of your income, and do not allow lifestyle creep to rob you of building wealth in the future. Again, here from South Padre Island, I wish you a great day. I hope that this video helps. And again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload another video. Thanks again for listening.